It is Wednesday, March 24. Welcome to CGN News. Authorities in Puerto Rico say too many tourists are flouting COVID-19 protocols, including the mask mandate, the nightly curfew, and a requirement to stay in isolation pending coronavirus tests. Officials are cracking down with nearly a dozen visitors arrested over the past 6 days. They include 3 men from New York who were not wearing face masks and got into an argument with a teenager while visiting a popular beach on the island's northeast coast, authorities said Tuesday. Most of the arrests have been in the San Juan metropolitan area, and a couple of them remain in jail. Charges range from assaulting police officers to lying on their traveler's declaration form, which carries a punishment of up to 3 years in prison if found guilty. The Office of the Prime Minister has strongly refuted a blogger's claims of criminal conduct against St. Lucia's Prime Minister Alain Chastanet, several ministers of government and police officers. A release from the OPM condemned the blog as being politically motivated and meant to impact negatively on the reputation of St. Lucia. The release stated that the opposition has had no qualms in making statements overseas which may do harm to St. Lucia's image, and highlighted statements by Castri's South MP in Dominica that mercenaries based in St. Lucia were behind unrest in that island. The blog is being investigated by local and overseas authorities, and Facebook has also been notified about this abuse of its services, the release said. A shift in wind blew ash from an eruption at the Pacaya volcano over Guatemala City on Tuesday, and authorities closed the airport as ash-coated planes and those parked at the terminal. The 8,373-foot volcano, just 30 miles south of Guatemala's capital, has been active since early February. Civil Aviation Director Francis Argueta did not say how long the closure would last. Volcanic ash is highly abrasive and can damage airplane engines and other mechanical devices. Tourists frequently hike up to visit Pacaya's peak, but those trips have been temporarily cancelled. Pacaya has a clear view of the nearby volcano of fire, which erupted in 2018, emitting a fast-moving avalanche of superheated muck that killed at least 110 people and left about 200 missing. Health authorities in Grenada are considering changing the quarantine period for all incoming passengers who are fully vaccinated. Health Minister Nicholas Steele says the idea is for people who are fully vaccinated to mingle with the citizens quicker. At present, all incoming passengers must present a negative COVID-19 PCR no less than 3 days before travel and then go into quarantine. A negative test on day 5 clears the person to leave quarantine. Steele says someone who is fully vaccinated will have a significantly reduced quarantine period when coming into Grenada. On March 18, Grenada was graded a level 1 risk by the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The new ranking came less than 2 weeks before Sandal's all-inclusive hotel resumed operation after a 3-month closure. An audit to determine what became of one vial of COVID-19 vaccine, which recently went missing at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in Jamaica, has found no evidence or corruption or misconduct. A report by the senior internal auditor, however, cited gaps in the internal controls, which led to a vial of 10 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine not being accounted for. It said that the number of doses in each vial is inconsistent, ranging from 9 to 11, and there was no record to confirm the amount drawn from each vial. The audit has recommended an overhaul in the oversight of the vaccination project. On March 8, Jamaica received its first 50,000 doses of vaccines donated by the government of India, and on Monday, March 15, received 14,400 doses under the COVAX facility. Dozens of vessels are stuck after a giant container ship became wedged across Egypt's Suez Canal, one of the world's busiest trade routes. Rescue boats are working to free the 400-meter-long vessel, which was knocked off course by strong winds. Egypt says it has reopened the canal's older channel to divert traffic amid fears it could remain blocked for days. The incident has already created long tailbacks in the waterway, stopping dozens of other vessels from passing. About 12% of global trade passes through the Suez Canal, which connects the Mediterranean to the Red Sea and provides the shortest sea link between Asia and Europe. The Ever Given, registered in Panama, was bound for the Netherlands from China and was passing through the canal on its way to the Mediterranean. Israeli parliamentary elections on Tuesday resulted in a virtual deadlock for a fourth time in the past 2 years, exit polls indicated. Results show that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his religious and nationalist allies, as well as a group of anti-Netanyahu parties, fell short of the parliamentary majority required to form a new government. That raised the possibility of an unprecedented fifth consecutive election later this year. The election was seen as a referendum on Netanyahu's polarizing leadership style, and the initial results showed that the country remains as deeply divided as ever. The result also signaled a continuing shift of the Israeli electorate toward the right wing, which supports West Bank settlements and opposes concessions in peace talks with the Palestinians. The European Commission is to call for tougher controls on COVID vaccine exports after it accused UK-Swedish firm AstraZeneca of failing to honor its contract to supply EU countries. The proposals to go before EU leaders on Thursday stopped short of a ban, but could inflame tensions with the UK. Under the plans, any shipment of vaccine would be assessed on the country's rate of vaccinations and vaccine exports. Meanwhile, millions of AZ doses have reportedly been found in Italy. La Stampa website says some 29 million vaccine doses due to be shipped to the UK were discovered by Italian inspectors as part of an investigation by the European Commission. When asked by the BBC about the report, the Foreign Ministry in Rome and the Italian Prime Minister's office refused to comment. The deputy ruler of the Emirate of Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has died at the age of 75. Sheikh Hamdan, also the UAE's finance minister, was the brother of the current ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Sheikh Hamdan had been unwell for a few months. On Wednesday, Sheikh Mohammed posted a picture of his brother saying, quote, "We belong to God and to him we shall return. May God have mercy on you, my brother, my support, and my companion," end quote. Sheikh Hamdan held the post of finance minister since his appointment in the first cabinet in 1971. He is credited with turning Dubai into a world center of trade and business. And finally, an Australian white tree frog from Florida was selected as the 2021 Cadbury Bunny, the candy company announced Tuesday. Betty, the first amphibian to represent the brand in its Easter commercials, was chosen from more than 12,000 entries in the third annual tryouts, which included a donkey, miniature horse, and a goat, the company said in a statement. Betty will star in the 2021 Cadbury Clucking Bunny commercial and receive a $5,000 prize. Cadbury also will donate $15,000 to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. A sneak peek of Betty, who was chosen by company judges, and a public vote was posted on YouTube. Last year's winner was a treeing Walker coonhound named Lieutenant Dan. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.